are going live. Thank you everybody for joining in. I'm Dr. Kevin Jarino. Where's the camera? Right here. And I got Coach Ryan here. Let me check in with you on the audio, and I'll see if I can hear it on my end. I'm going to get too crazy here. But we'll check it out. Let me know how you're feeling, what you hear, what you experience. All right. It's coming through. All right.
Sounds good.
Pretty good. Now, I do have a better microphone. Let's bring Coach Ryan in on the conversation. Here we are. Let's see if we can get the screen a little better. But we're here live, week 2.
Yeah.
Get yourself right, Wednesday night. And we're talking last week about basically energy frequency, the technology of light and the human body, information in the human body, energy in the human body, frequencies in the human body. And the theme was we are energy. We're part of nature. We are energy.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be going over a demo.
Yeah. Let's see how this. Let's use this machine. Use it on me. Let's see what it does for me.
I got it right here, and let's see if I can pull up. See, I got on one of the moment pages. I have the chat up, and I'm going to just give me a second, real quick. I'm going to pull the chat up on my software, and you know, it's funny how I did this really well like a year ago, and I got out of the habit, out of the rhythm. A lot of things happen in life, and now I had to get a new computer and just redo it all.
Never forget learning how to ride a bike, right?
That's right.
Get back on it, pedal again.
And I'm proud of myself because I put it all together and it all just clicked nicely. So here we are, week 2. Coach Ryan, myself. Chat is up. I can see it. So if you want to make a comment, let me know that we're coming through clear and all is well. So with that being said, let me flip the screen here, and we're looking at, I have to readjust the screen a little bit, pardon me. But we are looking at, let's go to change this. All right. We're looking at the technology I have in my hands right here. It's called AO Scan. I'll show you right here. There's the audience right there. And it's AO Scan, and it's by this company called Solex, and you can get to it by going to my website. And what we're looking at, and I will show you a few things on the right hand side here. What we're looking at is this technology. If you go to the website drkeving.com/AOScan, you'll see it in the shop section. It has this lovely description here. See what you're seeing. So I'm sure I can see what you're seeing. It should be bigger. But nonetheless, there's very detailed description of what's going on here. We talked about last week and how it measures different body parts, the blood, just like...
Well, yeah, you went into last week about how comprehensive and all the various scans and treatments and stuff that this touches on. It's really impressive, you know, and the insight that it provides for a person who's in touch with this treatment on a frequent basis. The insight about that it allows them to direct their health maintenance with is next level.
Yeah,
I mean,
next level.
this is really, you know, it's different. It's different from anything I've ever really come in contact with over the course of my life. You know, I mean, unless you, I mean, even then, you know, if that person's not you, like if you're working daily with a personal trainer, perhaps it, you know, it starts to reach into the realm of how, you know, of somebody that would be able to keep touch with you on that close of a level. But, you know, even then, they're not, you know, maybe a personal trainer that was equipped with the, you know, with these scan results. Maybe if they had those insights, they could take that next extreme. But I don't know of any other method.
Right on. So let's recap for a minute because this is episode 2. If you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. Definitely recommend watching episode 1. I dropped it in my website and I dropped the link to the technology that we're talking about. And this has a couple different layers of conversation. There's data and information collection of the human body. Everything from the physical factors to the blood factors and energetic factors we can talk about in a moment, called the biofield. Then there's the component where it's scanning your body, giving you results, and in those results there's 2 components. There's the voice, meaning there's a lot of our subconscious stressors contained in our vocal imprint, and so it produces tones for us to listen to that has known effects to de-stress the human experience. Thirdly, it has this vibrational component where with a headset of bone conductance or simply with other components of physics, it affects the vibrational patterns of where your body's out of balance, gently bringing you back into balance. It's a self-learning technology. And then there's other components with glasses and light therapies that you wear. And finally, there's the home recommendation component. Basically, based on the scan, one of the features of the scan we'll show you in detail here, it gives you back this huge report with specific information on what to do at home for each system of the body: cardiovascular, immune, skeletal, muscular, and what have you, down to the DNA level. All right, let's flip over to the viewer right now. I'll take a look if that's okay with you.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah. So if you have a question online, I have the chat up. Let me know if we can, if both Ryan and I come in through clearly. We're in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, but this is worldwide. This technology is getting out, and to get started, you don't necessarily need the handheld unit. We'll talk about how you can get it just in your own internet browser to work on you wherever you are. So anyway, that being said, let's flip over. I have to fix that camera view. We're looking at this right here. So if you can see in the middle of the screen, just to the left of me, I guess that's the right of me, whatever. You can see the screen of the AO scan. And so I'll go to the main menu here, and I have my profile. You'll see my name up in the middle of the scan there. And if I click on that, if I click on this, there's a drop down menu for different options. My own pets. I can add my supplements, different spaces and objects in my environment. Sometimes we get things from our friends that have a funny vibe, or we buy something from the store. This happens a lot at where people go to different like Catholic items or crystal shops or any spiritual item that you can carry the essence of somebody else with them.
Yeah, and a lot of, obviously if it's a spiritual item, a lot of intentions.
Intentions, yes.
A lot of
Even the clothes of an ex, you can feel the essence of somebody on those clothes.
Sure.
Actually, had a sock I found, and there it was. And it was interesting, the sense I got from the clothing before I knew what it was. Nonetheless, what we're looking at here is the main screen, and there's a couple options here. We have quick scan at the top, easy scan, inner voice, vitals, body systems, comprehensive Cepheid. Each of these have individual programs inside there. However, we're going to start with the flagship product called Inner Voice. Just me click on it there. And what this does, I should probably pull up Ryan's profile. Should I pull up your profile? Mine's fully loaded, Coach.
Whatever, do your thing.
And I have all the nutrition stuff in there, so I want to show that.
Okay.
So if you don't mind,
No,
I'll use my profile. So what you're seeing here is my previous scan where you'll see it does a 10-second recording of my voice, and we're supposed to be thinking about something happy and or sad, or excuse me, both.
But so you're supposed to go from one extreme to the other while
Yeah.
while you were speaking this.
So-
You're supposed to exhibit that for this
Well,
machine.
if I'm doing the optimal scenario, I want to think about that's something that's sad. It's in my current life, and then I'll think about or difficult or challenging or I haven't been able to, break the barrier, so to speak, on whatever topic. and then think about something that is enlivening and enriching you. And what you're doing is you are activating, excuse me, you're activating the entire nervous system for the full spectrum of where you are in that moment today. And then we hit the record button. Now there's two features of record. One does something, there's two features. We're going to go with the main flagship component of the product. Top button on the left, and it's going to count down for me to speak. Good evening, my name is Dr. Kevin Jarina. I'm here with Ryan, I'm in the office. We're doing the recording for AO Scan. We're sharing the good news about what this offers people, how it's going to be a health solution and beyond. And you can just keep talking. You can count the alphabet, you can say your numbers, but as long as you thought, or if you're in the throes of a stressful moment, just speak into while you're recording. This is oftentimes what I do when clients come in and they're kind of all over the place. I hit record and they just speak their stress right into the machine here, or into the browser, whatever's available in that moment where I am.
You catch them in that moment.
Catch them in that moment. And then I turn on the music, and we're going to hear it. So if you have your audio on, be mindful. I'm going to play something, and I'm not sure the volume is going to come through, how loud it's going to be. So just be aware. We're live, it's experimentation, and we're having some fun. So let's take a look. I'm going to hit the balancing harmonics, and then you get to hear the tone. Now it's built for me and my voice, but if you at home have a concern or something that's stressful at the same tone, and in this case it's going to be the A sharp tones, and you'll see what that relates to in a moment. I'll pull up the report. You'll have a release or a memory or a feeling or a sense that will help bring balance to. So here we go. Wonder if that's coming through. I don't know. Well, I'm used to this technology. I've been familiar with it for over a year, and I can feel the music working on me right now. I gotta tell you. And I feel like I need to take a deep breath and calm down. If you're watching, let me know if you can hear the music. Thumbs up. Yes, I can hear the music. I'll turn it up. That'll be easier. Come through the mic. I wonder if I'm on Instagram. Dr. Kevin G page.
You have LinkedIn to the account?
Well, I'm going to pause that song right now, and we're going to pull up the report and see if I can get a better view of this report, just zoomed in on itself. Let's see here, excuse me. We're not going to do that. But, so you're going to see the report here as I scroll, and it gives a very nice detailed explanation of what's going on. This is the inner voice. So it says, when we talk or sing, we generate a series of musical notes and chords that emotionally express to the listener characteristics and attributes of our personality, many of which are deeply hidden in our subconscious mind. This is so true. You know, you've heard people in their guilty voices or their upset voices, or in any situation, you can hear it. We all know it. So in this specific situation, what we're looking at here is there were some frequencies that were high and some frequencies that were too low. And what was most in need, here we are, everybody, real and live, self-critical versus self-accepting. So this, the additional thing I want to comment on, you see these glasses that are highlighted here. There's a light component that works with the eyes that helps the brain, that correlates with the musical tones, that correlates with the central nervous system, which correlates with different organs of the body, different colors, different muscle groups, and you can see it highlighted here. In this specific instance, the thing that's going to help me out is A sharp. The thing that's needing help is E, the color in blue. The purple is going to support, and it's affecting all these organs well, highlighted in the color. So it's the lungs, it's the spine, the pelvis. Power, luxury, ambition, royalty. Well, here we are. And in this report, it was going to provide 4 songs, 4 descriptions of the top tones in need and the emotional states, the mental states associated with them. My second one is conditional love versus unconditional love. Third is sadness versus inner peace. Fourth is unacknowledged versus self-validated. My goodness, raw and real on Wednesday night. Get yourself right. So I'm going to email them. There you go, everybody. There's an email address. I'm going to send that right to me. He's going to send that 7-page report.
It's funny, you were going over yours, and I'm sitting here, and I'm comparing it with mine from last night.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Like, totally different, obviously. You know, we're different people.
Different people, different situations,
Different life, the whole deal.
stages and points of
It's
life.
just interesting that, like, last night when I was driving home, I was listening to that harmonic balancer.
Mm.
And it's like you said, like I could hear the tones in there vibrating to me in a beneficial manner. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I was just in my truck listening to it off my phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like not doing it right at all. Like driving, windows down even. You know what I'm saying? Serious. But I had it, near my shoulder.
Look, it's real life though. People are going to be driving.
And I'm just saying,
not gonna
yeah.
have the
Resources available.
Right,
Resources and
resources
time available.
That's right.
Situation in the moment. I'll kind of to dedicate. So anyhow, yeah. I just thought it was interesting because I could see your results up on your screen here as you were going over that, and I'm looking it over on mine, and like I said, totally different notes, totally different, things. I don't know. Anyway, it was just interesting.
Well, so Ryan's commenting on different songs, different feel. Now, the company has, I believe, 18 or 20 different musical combinations, and they layer the tones underneath or within the music. So you'll hear certain songs, but the feel is always different, and that's the thing. When the optimal
Right, the combination of the vibration, if they're correlating to these scans, the combination is essentially infinite.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know precisely the mathematics on it, but I see the amount of variation in the impressive amount of categories that this thing's scanning, this thing's registering a reading on, measuring.
It captures the entirety of the human vocal spectrum, the human electromagnetic spectrum, and there's other spectrums of frequency of energies that are other things that are in conversation in quantum physics and things of this nature. We're talking scalar, we're talking radionics. These are these sciences that are measuring effects on the human body. These are naturally occurring in our universe, and they are impacting us in a day-by-day way through our thoughts, through our intentions, through our beliefs, through how we perceive life. And excuse me, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at Ryan, I'm looking over here. I'm posting in these different places to connect with people with this information because it's changed my life. I've seen the impact with my clients, and you've been interested, you've been seeing it, you understand the concepts, you feel it. This is just it's fun to work with. So, if I may be so bold, so right here, you go to, if I could drop it in there again, I think I put it in there, the link I posted a few minutes ago, yeah, drkeving.com/AO-scan, posted it in the beginning of the stream. And what you're looking at here on the website, on the right-hand side, is the web page, AO Scan. It has a video. In fact, I think it'll play through. We'll see the volume. But you get a major insight of one of the primary features of the importance of data collection. You know, it's the conversation of our time, the driving, the appointments,
Well, I mean, listen,
the healthcare system, the system.
yeah, this is a hack. This is a straight life hack. I mean, again, I'm on the outside looking in. You've been submerged in this world a bit longer than me, and you have in-depth clinical medical background practice with this. So you have a deeper depth of knowledge that I'm just not privy to. However, I do understand the concepts. I trust your judgment on things. I have seen and felt it in my few experiments with this. It's kind of fascinating in a lot of ways because, again, there's a paradigm shift that's occurring as you're integrating this knowledge into your bank of what you accept as how it works.
Well, what I find this is very where this resonates very much with are people that are like homeopathy professionals or interested in what's called phytotherapeutics in like medical literature conversation, but herbalism.
Well, it can easily be integrated with them.
Well,
it works in harmony
but
with
this
them.
is where it all comes from. See, it's called informational medicine. See, the herbs, what makes nutrients, vitamins, minerals, all these things is they contain
their vibration.
Is their vibrational pattern. So this is the microscopic, atomic level of how things are
This
even.
is the
things.
amino acid for the protein.
It's even deeper than that.
Right,
It's how the amino acids and the proteins even come together.
Right.
It's like, why do they even attract?
This is the core electron.
This is the core of how things. It's the intelligence of the body of how does the sperm meet the egg and build the human being that has 100 trillion cells.
So again, back to how we got on the topic.
Yeah.
It's once you've integrated that knowledge into yourself and accepted it, it's a complete life hack. You're literally cutting out the entire medical system.
Well, no. Well, you have a huge advantage at home.
You're cutting out your dependence on certain criteria and factors to be constantly under surveillance from people that aren't always in your convenience.
Well, I'll say it this way: the short answer is you put the power back in your hands significantly, because you walk in the door and they have a very set protocol. And to get the level of one scan in a couple of minutes, it would take multiple trips of various different kinds of blood work. And just the time.
You're no longer going to the doctor to see what's going on. You're going to the doctor to see if they could take care of what's going on.
Yeah. Come on in. Well, we're going live. You can come on in and have a seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on in.
How are you?
Hi, I was referred by Fernando, sorry to interrupt.
No, come on in, have a seat. We're streaming, so
Okay.
yeah, we get to hear some things, and then we'll finish up with
Sounds
it.
good. Thank you.
That's real life, folks, and I love it. That you're here. I love it. Appreciate you. So where were we? We were talking about.
Well, I mean, just the fact that the harmonics and the healing of it, and the fact that you got it. There's a learning curve that you have to integrate into to accept it.
Indeed. So the learning curve has to do with the understanding that we are energetic. The idea that we rub our feet on the carpet and we can shock somebody. The idea of how EKGs work, how EEGs work, how nerve conduction tests work, how how our phone, and we touch our phone, how that works. It's the same stuff.
Also, the resource of having it on hand and being able to constantly keep in check.
Well, this is where we just left
Constant-
off. It's
constantly
we're taking the
touching
power,
base.
putting it into our hands, and you use the medical system for what it's for when you do need that pharmaceutical or surgical intervention when all else has failed, because those things are irreversible to a large degree. And let's get it right. There's a lot of benefits that the pharmacology can offer someone, but it's being overused. And in my opinion, it's best used in short spurts for these emergencies. Yet we're talking about human performance, optimal function, and it's mental, it's emotional, it's biochemical, it's bioelectrical, it's structural, it's nutritional, it's your environmental.
And
How about that?
You know, just like I'm saying, my thought basis is it gives you the framework to handle your own approach to maintaining and optimizing your health. So that if you do have to go see a professional, you're going in with an idea of what the hell's going on. A lot of people are going in and they're paying a lot of money for these co-pays or whatever the hell, even on their insurance programs, if they, God forbid, they don't have one. And they're going in there on like a Hail Mary pass, like, oh, I hope this guy knows what's wrong with me. And what they end up getting is a lot of times a runaround. They go to 4 different people, get 5 different things, what's going on,
Well, and that's the funny thing.
and no real
because
game plan.
in part, all of them are right because they're all seeing some feature of the system as a whole. It's kind of like looking at the old cartoon where there are 5 blind men, and they all are contacting a different part of the elephant, and they're describing, and they're asked, well, how do you describe an elephant? And they all give, of course, one gives it's floppy and it's long, and one gives it's like a trombone kind of thing, and the other one's like a think trunk, and one's touching a thin tail, and
Because everybody's got their own specialty. Everybody's compartmentalized in their own field.
Right.
And again, it hails back to the comprehensiveness of the package that this system offers, where, again, you know, you're not curing anything, but you have an indication of what's going on with everything.
yeah. So with that being said, let me play the commercial. It's the one that highlights this exact conversation of waiting for tests and not getting answers and no action and blah blah blah. So let me turn that on. You get to hear
Time,
that for a
stress,
moment.
and cost. Right?
Time, stress, and cost, life, and you're missing out on the good parts of life.
Every organ in the human body vibrates at a particular frequency. When illness appears, this frequency changes. Think about it like tuning a guitar. When the string frequencies are incorrect, the music will not sound harmonious. When your body's frequencies are restored, you restore harmony to your whole body, energizing and optimizing your mental, emotional, and nutritional states.
Hi there. If you're one of the doctors or professionals looking for
All right, everybody. So I'm not going to play the end part of that. You can go to the webpage and watch the remaining components of that. But let's just highlight real quickly, and we're going to wrap things up here in a moment because it's been a half hour already, just like that. The easy scan, the quick scan is my favorite. And in fact, I'm going to hit it right now. Now be careful. It's not just the nicest noise, but it's going to make everyone feel a lot better. How was that, everybody? It's pretty rough, right?
Room clear.
Room clear, energy clearing, your body clearing. So what this does is you picked up stuff all day long. This is in your field. This gets a little on conversation of woo for some people, but this is the real nature of how our human field, our energy field interacts with the rest of our reality. And we pick up stuff. It's like taking an energetic shower right there. And then we can help everybody calm down and relax. I did the quick update because it's always connected to its source cloud. And there's constant updates on all these different tones and frequencies. I'm just going to help everybody relax for a moment. And you get to experience at home. Even if you're watching this on a recording, you get to experience a bit of this. I guess I blew everybody's nervous systems up. peeked out with that clearing. And calm down. Okay, good. So it goes on for 3 minutes, but this is what I use each and every day in that quick moment. Okay, fine. Things we got to figure out. I got to figure out how to keep these things from moving so much. But anyway, that's a little taste of what we have to offer. If you go to the website, there is an opportunity for people to try out the software for 72 hours. You can scan yourself infinite amount of times, scan all your family members, your friends, do the inner voice, get the emotional stress release. There's so much we didn't go over tonight because, well, there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean,
There's a lot of different possibilities of
it's
therapy.
impossible to go into the whole thing in one session.
Right. Just know that we can find data about everything in total, just about 100%. A few factors maybe could not be found, but there's so much information to be had about blood work, from every test you could possibly think of. Stool samples, to urine samples, to heart stuff, and even because when you get your normal blood work, they do a basic panel, and then from that basic panel, there's certain factors going to be out of balance. Then there's other panels that go deeper into those factors, and there's where the expenses and the wild goose chase of learning to find out what's going on, where we can do that in a few seconds, and then also energetically coach your body back to a more harmonious balance. The body self-corrects.
You're right. It's not only a detective mechanism; it's also
An optimization tool.
right. It's a maintenance tool, a tool to keep you on point.
It helps remind your body where optimal is. And your body goes, oh, that's right. I feel good when I vibrate at that level, but I'm used to vibrating here. I need to learn to balance and recapitulate all these factors.
Yeah, you said something the other day about it. It's like through the tone, it's re-educating the cell.
Right, right.
It's realigning it and strengthening it, I guess, in the way it needs to do to perform its function.
It's kind of like
Because cells have functions.
It does.
Cells aren't just like random creatures living inside of us. They are performing a very specific function.
Well, think of it this way. We're going to talk about a sports analogy real quick. Imagine, the peak of college football. You knew how to move your stance. You knew how to move your body. And he played offensive line. So kick that leg back. Get that pass block up, set up right. You knew it. Now imagine taking 5 years off, and then then one day get back on that line and try to do that same maneuver with that same effectiveness and efficiency. You knew how to do it.
I'll be calling you in a couple of days. See
You've
what
been
happens.
pulling
I got a
that
groin
hamstring real
strain. I got a groin strain, bro. What's going on?
So the system was not used to adapting at that same level, and therefore it was unable to adapt. So we have to remind all the areas of our body and our mind where optimal is, and then we interact with the rest of life again. And some things hold and maintain, and other things that have yet to fully heal are challenged and stressed, and they break down a bit. And it's this up and down game of the ebb and flow of the healing process.
Yeah, and I
it's
think for
normal.
ourselves too, they're dealing with so much chaos, so much toxicity that we're bombarded with from countless angles.
Yeah.
So a mutation occurs when too much toxicity comes in contact, right? So then now it's off on a straight course, and it's kind of like the law stuff that we go into. How do we keep the law in order? Frequent recurrence to fundamental principles.
Well, that's
so
human
the
law as well.
the cells must be frequently brought back to
Yes.
their ideal capacity or their ideal harmony.
The ideal vibration.
Right.
The ideal rate. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining in. Join us next Wednesday, episode 3. Get yourself right. We'll be demonstrating more of the technology. We have demonstrations of the NET, center point meditation, ABC, chiropractic, all coming up in the future. Pay attention. There's a lot of things that you are unaware that they're just waiting for you to discover to help you, your loved ones get better, whether here or other providers that offer some of these or all of these methodologies. Repeatable, reliable, predictable results is what has driven me to find the things that I find. And when it works, and it's repeatable regardless of who it is. And that's what these things are, and that's what we have here for Get Yourself Right on Wednesday night. Thanks, Coach Ryan.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. See you next week.